These are the games you have to win to be taken seriously.
Star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the
Tyler Cole singing the national anthem. A fantastic rendition. Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. Kevin Harlan here, and I'm joined by, and there's certainly an added challenge, right, Clark, in the second game of a back-to-back.
And you always wonder in that case, could fatigue play a role in deciding this game? You know, back-to-backs are hard, but there's no excuses. Everybody has to play them, so you deal with it and make the most of it.
Now a look at Philadelphia's starting lineup. Joel Embiid out there with the general. Then it's Paul George. Oh!
My goodness. Terrific read on the part of Russell that time. Scanned the court, spotting the open man, and then whipped it there for an easy bucket.
Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
And they don't want to get in a habit of giving him open looks from three. First quarter still, but not who you want to leave open.
Thomas inside. Here's Claxton. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And the rebound and the follow show you what he is all about. Gritty and determined with a soft touch to match.
Here's Tarlock. That's good from 17 feet away. The General's got 5.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that.
76ers have gone 2-3 here to start out the game. And Clark, we know the last handful of years, the 76ers have been a threat in the East.
7 straight years of playoff runs. Can't get past that second-round barrier, though, Kevin. But as far as success, they've been as consistent as it comes in the East the last decade.
This is his first chance at the line tonight. Of all the great ball handlers, Clark, in the NBA, Russell's got to be right there at the top of the list.
And the thing that impresses me, Kevin, is how smooth he makes it look and how effortless it appears. Even at full speed, he can make moves that most guys can't even imagine.
A little over a minute 30 into this first quarter. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Claxton with the steal. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Doesn't go for him. Great D that time from the General. Embiid finds George. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
George takes the contact, but good body control there allows him to finish.
It's time now to hear from our Hall of Fame reporter, David Aldridge. What's the latest, David?
Thanks very much. Was able to talk with Jordy Fernandez for a minute. And their biggest concern, of course, it's figuring out a way to guard Joel Embiid. Coach said Embiid presents all types of issues. He can post you up, knock down the three. We'll have to send multiple bodies at Embiid to keep him in check. We'll see how they try to defend him. It won't be straight up. Guys?
Thank you, David.
The size and strength of Embiid, he is absolutely mammoth. Really hard to deal with. You may need a couple of guys to box him out.
Russell kicks to Johnson. Fires from deep. It's hauled in by the 76ers. This game coming on the heels of their win against Toronto.
Yeah, I mean, we saw them do a little bit of everything in that game. Showed a lot of versatility.
And, you know, everything seemed to just kind of flow naturally for him. Felt like they were in a groove from the opening tip.
Fouled in the act of shooting. Gets the bucket anyway, so a three-point play chance for him. It's going to be Embiid shooting. That's on D'Angelo Russell. And this is his first trip to the line tonight. Williams, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Butler, he's checked in for Philadelphia.
The physicality of Embiid, unmatched really, yet he's so much fun to watch because he's agile, has skill and touch. Man, is he a joy to watch work.
So it looks like the Nets will retain possession here. And here in the middle of winter, some teams feeling the cold in the power rankings. Others remaining hot. Taking a look at Oklahoma City. They're gaining on some of the teams above them, trying hard to crack into that top 5.
And seeing where the 76ers are, they've taken this ride all the way down the stretch. Few people thought they could maintain this astonishing display of dominance.
Yabusele, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Johnson kicks to Russell. Looking to end the run. And the Nets miss again. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Johnson. Now a chance to take a look at some numbers for Cameron Johnson.
In the last 5 games, you can see the trend upwards for effective field goal percentage. And it shows you how confident he's playing right now.
Here's what Brooklyn's going with right now. Trendon Watford's checked in for Nicholas Claxton. Martin comes in for Cameron Thomas. And it's DeAnthony Melton in for Russell. And the 76ers also making a change. Oubre's checked in. And here's Melton. He'll bring it up for Brooklyn. They trail by 6. Pass to Watford. Takes it off the glass.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Count that bucket. And that's now 7 points for the General.
You don't see that too often, the fadeaway shot when he's wide open.
They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've gone a long time without a bucket. And their post play has been really solid right off the bat.
Pass to the General. There's the pick. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Well, I agree with you. 4 of their last 5 baskets have been exactly of that variety. One of the things you've got to admire and respect about him is his aggressiveness at the offensive end, always in attack mode.
There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. The General passes to Oubre. Good D by Williams.
That's a surprise. I mean, really out of character for him to miss when the defense is not right up on him.
And slam dunk by Watford.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and power.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. 76ers ahead, up 1. And close game. The 76ers will go for a different look here. Embiid, he's checked in for Drummond. The General comes in for Kelly Oubre. Edwards, he's checked in for George. And Maxey's subbed in for Butler. Nets trail by 7. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with Russell. And it's Williams at the 3 spot. So that's the Nets 5. The General, good.
And that's one way to extend the lead. Continue to light it up from long range. They have all the confidence in the world right now from the 3-point line.
The same day, Clark, that Tyrese Maxey was named to the All-Star game, he scored a career high and was great doing it.
How about that, Kevin? How ironic is that? It was his first All-Star selection, by the way, but this has been the story with Maxey. I mean, he just continues to make great progress in his game. He's a really dynamic young player with still room to grow.
And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, DA?
Hey, Kevin. Well, the General, in his last time out against Toronto, got the job done. He finished with 47 points, and he reached that total with some superb shooting from deep. A fantastic performance for him. Something he wants to repeat tonight. Kevin?
Thank you, David. You're right. He was a one-man wrecking crew in that one.
Yeah, he was not going to let them lose that game. We'll see if he comes in with that same attitude tonight.
Yeah, you know, every night's different. They may try to double him, might force him to adjust, or force him to make plays with the pass instead. We'll see. Well, you certainly can't fault him as the reason they're behind. He's been on target and on top of his game.
The General. Good.
They are shooting nearly 50% from beyond the arc, and their confidence is growing.
Russell kicks to Thomas. On the wing, Williams. Edwards defending. Johnson can't get it to go.
Right thing there to stay that tight on him and really try to keep him out of his comfort zone.
And out of bounds as the Nets gain possession. The Nets making a switch here. Wilson's checked in, and the 76ers also making a change. Yabusele's checked in. Nets trail by 13. Johnson outside. Pass to Wilson. Nets passing it around. 6 on the shot clock. Thomas gets a wide open look. Offline with his 3.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead.
And really a reflection of their superior effort level to this point. It seems to me they've gone after this win a little bit more.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers. 13 points up at the end of the period. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. And we'll be right back after this.
Please direct your attention to center court. And get ready.
Thanks for tuning in. Welcome. A clinic in execution so far, as it's been a dominant showing for the Philadelphia 76ers.
You know, on the boards, they've been ferocious. They've been intimidating. Reminds me of watching Big Fella out there.
You know they're going to have some bruised elbows tonight. Thank you, Kenny. That was your first compliment in 3 years.
Two.
Now it's time to check in on how the Rookie of the Year race is shaping up.
We know the draft's an inexact science, even with all that prep that goes into it. So congrats to the teams that chose these 5 rookies.
Yeah, we've seen scouting make or break a franchise. Hey, it makes or breaks a studio team. And that's a halftime wrap. Let's get back to the second half with the call by Kevin Harlan and the crew.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next 2 quarters are any different from the first 2. So far, it has been a runaway. And you know the General has been really making it happen, guys.
Yeah, he's just been raining down on them from deep here. Talk about dialed in.
Well, you know, the stroke looks fantastic. Even when he's had a hand in his face, it hasn't affected him at all.
The league is attempting, Clark, to minimize flopping. Do you like the technical foul assessment for just that act?
Yeah, I do. I really do, because that way you can get it out of the game. These guys are as big, as strong as any athletes in the world. They shouldn't be falling down as much as they do trying to draw fouls.
And so in the game for the 76ers, they've got the General. Also, George out there. Joel Embiid out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at the 2 guard. Kicks it out to Wilson. The 3. No good. Shot missing. The 76ers leading by 13. Here's George. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game.
Inside, Embiid has almost too many options. A lot of ways he can get it done.
Johnson outside. Back to Russell. Pass to Wilson. Screen by Russell. A shot by Wilson, no good.
Clearly out of sync to begin this half. 0 for their first 3 attempts.
And Joel Embiid is a giant center. Clark, his size, his arm span. How does his sheer size, do you think, affect the game?
Well, he's a mountain of a man. Not only is he tall, he's wide, and he's deep too, Kevin. In other words, he's hard to get around. And he's also hard to challenge because he's north and south. So, and you factor in his touch. This guy does things that I've not really seen a guy of his size do, particularly when you talk about pity-patting the dribble and knocking down face-up jumpers all the way out to the three-point line. It should almost be unlawful for a guy north of 3 bills to be doing that.
And again, no good by Brooklyn.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Into the third we go. 2 minutes in now. Embiid with a screen on Thomas. Nailed from three-point land. 20 points for the General.
Yeah, that's too good a look to give them from behind the arc.
Outside Thomas. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist.
And they get one. Now 1 of 5 here in the third.
And we will have a timeout called by Nick Nurse. He wants to talk to his guys.
Now on the court is your squad. Get loud and let them hear you. T-shirt, T-shirt, T-shirt. Come on, everybody. We got T-shirts for everybody.
And the 76ers making a change here. You're looking at the list of the NBA's top shooters from behind the arc for the past month. Paul George on top.
Sometimes a three-point shooter gets into that rhythm and just keeps carrying it over. That's been the case for him the entire month.
Oubre, a screen on Johnson. The General can't get it to go.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
Wilson into the lane. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's on Kelly Oubre.
Nice work to get it inside and draw the contact.
Exactly. The defense determined not to allow the easy layup right there. They'll settle for making him earn the free throws.
Williams, he's checked in for the Nets. DeAnthony Melton comes in for Russell. Since moving back to Brooklyn in 2012, the Nets, Greg, have won just 2 playoff series.
Just think about the all-stars they've had. KG, Pierce, Durant, Kyrie, Harden. I could name more. The Nets just haven't been able to put it together.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Hey, Kevin. The NBA has split its draft into 2 days. The league's executive VP and head of operations, Joe Dumars, says rosters have expanded and you're seeing a larger influx of talent, a lot of times from the second round. This format will do justice to those slept-on players. Get it?
Yeah, good stuff, D.A. Some Hall of Famers from that second round, for sure.
You know, I would venture to say if you didn't run one play for Drummond all night, he still could score in double digits. He is an incredible offensive rebounder.
There's 1:26 left in the third. Williams passes to Claxton. And Claxton throws it down.
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
Pass to the General. Launches a 3. Bangs home the trifecta. The General's got 23 points.
And he's on his way to putting up a big 3-point total.
Outside Wilson. For 3, Williams. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Drummond finds Maxey from 13. Goes back up and off the front iron, and in it goes. And the 76ers lead by 20. Maxey against Melton. Here's Johnson. Gets an open look and hits. Johnson's got 5 now.
Nice pass from Melton. Solid job at getting it to his teammates.
27 seconds left in the third. The General can't get it to go.
You know, he looks a little off-kilter to me this quarter, still trying to find his rhythm.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
No question about it. I mean, a ton of contact and a good call by the official.
The Nets shooting their 5th and 6th free throws of the game.
2 shots.
Second free throw, no good. He gets that one. He has 6.
A little breakdown there, letting them get that rebound. You can't allow that to happen.
They set the pick. Here's Tarlock. Knocks down the 3 ball.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
Showing no signs of slowing or cooling down. They're going to ride him as far as he can take him.
And so it's the Philadelphia 76ers holding a big 18-point lead to close the quarter. From the And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. Watford out there with Williams. Then it's DeAnthony Melton. Then it's Martin. And it's Clowney in at the 5, roaming the paint. So that's the Nets' 5. Pass to Melton. Clark, some people have claimed there is too much talent now in this NBA and not enough teams.
Interesting point. I don't know if I fully agree with it. Clearly, talent has always been the driver in the league. I think because the league is generally younger, that the talent is not as refined, so therefore you have a little disjointedness with teams. But the blend of talent into teamwork is still what the best teams do at a high level.
Here's Tarlock. Another 3 for Philadelphia. And what's your take, guys, on the hustle steps for the 76ers?
They have been a wrecking ball defensively, coming up with steals, being active with their hands, and just doing a terrific job of disrupting the rhythm.
And, you know, on top of that, second chance points have been a major component for them. And I love the relentlessness they've shown on the offensive glass.
And the shot goes in. 34 points for the General.
Well, he's cooking with grease. He's got things flaming up, looking for an opportunity every time down the floor when he's that hot.
Pass to Clowney. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half in this fourth quarter. 13 feet away. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And their balanced effort at both ends has hushed this crowd.
Yeah, you said the key word there, balanced. I mean, their big lead owes as much to their defense as their offense.
Outside Williams. And the officials calling for a 3-second violation. And things seem to be getting tougher for the big spending teams, Clark, but we're seeing a lot of them go all in before the toughest penalties take effect.
Yeah, you know, the frozen pick provision kicks in next season, and the season after that, luxury taxes ramp way up. Powerhouse teams trying to make hay while the sun shines is a pretty good strategic business move, but the landscape is certainly changing.
Pass to the General. And a miss there on the triple.
And he didn't punish them for the weak coverage there, but they can't count on him to continue missing.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Thomas against Walker, trying to end the drought. And Thomas is good for 3.
Not sure what the defense was thinking. I mean, you can't leave this guy open from deep.
Here's Tarlock. And a little luck that time, but it drops. The General's got 36.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and you know, that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Thomas outside. Good on the triple.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Tarlock. Brooklyn with the rebound. A minute 50 left to play here in the fourth. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And there's the whistle on the shot. Took the foul. Shot misses. He'll be shooting two.
Yeah, easy call.
Yeah, you can hear the smack all the way over here where we are.
And he makes the first but misses the second. Well, DeAnthony Melton flies under the radar, Clark, but he is a solid role player.
Rock solid in every way, partner. Does a little bit of everything. You know, he's a disruptive defender and has great instincts at that end of the floor. He also can space the floor for you because he can make threes, but also can make plays, too.
Outside Williams to the left side wing. Jimmy defended by Drummond. Jimmy, it's good.
And one team is just completely outclassing the other tonight. Spirited performance, and it really ignited what is turning out to be a monster win here for Philadelphia.
One of the areas that has been critical for them, the second chance points we've seen from them tonight.
A huge factor in this one, Kevin. The hustle on the offensive glass, the willingness to go after those rebounds, that was key.
And in the win-loss column, tonight's game will push their record up to 54 wins on the year.
And they're going to take the second game between these two clubs, just like they took the first. This will put them up 2-0 with 2 left to play in the season series against the Nets.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for the General.
An unbelievable scoring performance. He absolutely took over and never let up.
Outside Williams. Pass to Watford. Here's the three. It's Drummond with the rebound. Now the 76ers with it. Here's Tarlock. And it's Melton with the rebound. Knocks it loose. The General. Good.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Boy, the defense looks shell-shocked. I mean, they're on the ropes right now, on their heels.
So it's Philadelphia winning this one easily. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
Way to bring the effort tonight.
Come get it, come get it. Hey, come on, that ball. Hey, yo, right here.
Ball, huh?
Well, excuse me.
Come on. Pull it, pull it. Come on, MP. Woo! I run this.
What's up, MP?
About game time. Bring the pain time.
Hey, should we pick up something for dinner?
Oh, but we got food already at home.
Yeah,
Are there any
leftovers are old.
I brought them yesterday, I think.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Got a spreadsheet with 4 names to start with.
Great.
At least 3.
Reliable shooters?
Yeah, around 40% career. No problem.
Good, MP.
Hi, everyone. Thanks for joining us for the NBA Rising Stars Challenge. Get ready for some thrilling end-to-end action as the best first and second-year players in the NBA do battle on the hardwood. Alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg, this is Kevin Harlan.
And Kevin, you talked about some thrills being in store for us tonight. These young guys are all capable of making a spectacular play at any given time. And I got a feeling we'll see plenty of them here tonight.
Absolutely.
Well, without question. I mean, if this game has taught us anything over the last few years, over the years in general, it's there isn't a highlight reel big enough to capture all of the incredible high-flying action.
Now the starting group for the sophomores. We've got Trace Jackson Davis, George out there with Henderson. Then it's Derek Lively, and it's Kamare in at the 3 spot. The General. Good. The General's got 5 now.
And it's just something about the Rising Stars Challenge. It gives each of these young players a chance to really do something special on a national stage, maybe for the first time in their professional career.
Now here's Henderson, Jackson Davis, and the basket is good.
And as usual, neither team really grinding too hard at the defensive end.
And I think that's okay in this event. I mean, I say the more highlights, the better.
Here's Shed. Pass to Castle. Here's the General. And he makes good on the layup. He's got 7. You brought up the big stage these young guys are on tonight. For so many of the fans, Greg, who are still, just getting familiar with these players, it really is a great welcome to the NBA moment.
It really is a showcase. And for each player, whether they have great moments or not, just being chosen to participate is a huge honor. And it says a lot about where they stand amongst their peers.
And that one's good by Henderson.
And there's no question he was going to be playing in this game because as far as a first or second year player goes, he's about as impactful as any in the league.
That's exactly right. I mean, he's quickly become one of his team's most important players. For most guys, that can take years, but it's happened really fast for him.
And we've got a collection of the greatest players in the world here. I mean, and playing in an event where they can really let it all hang out.
And that's exactly why we always come away with such great memories. I mean, because they really do try to give the fans as many highlights as possible. And they are the best players in the world.
Miller's checked in for the sophomores. That one misses.
And guys, since this game started back in '94, this has been a perfect warm-up for the All-Star game. I mean, it has all the fun and excitement of the big game with the added element of introducing some of the great young stars to the league's fans.
Now, here is Miller. Here's Kamari. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in.
And not just the score, Miller can dish it as well, showing great vision on that play.
This really has become one of the signature events of All-Star Weekend. I know you love it, Greg. It gets everyone into the mood for all the festivities that are soon to come.
Yeah, it does. I mean, it's such a great way for these young players to show off some of the fancy moves that they wouldn't even dare to attempt in a regular season game.
And it's George missing. Pass to Song. Here's the general. From downtown. And Lively pulls it down.
And you don't want to give up that kind of look too often.
Back to George. Lets it go with a three. Drains it from beyond the arc.
And developing that three-ball shot, George is putting in the work now.
Let's check in with our reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Quinn Snyder and I got a chance to talk for a bit, and we talked about the matchup against Scoot Anderson. He told me Scoot is an extremely talented player. He's already somebody you have to game plan for with his scoring and playmaking. This is a guy with superstar potential. And Coach has a lot of respect for the skilled youngster. Kevin?
Thanks so much, David. And here's Miller after the three-pointer from the general. Yep, that one goes. Come on, he's got his second basket of the night.
And, you know, coaches will take possessions like that all day long. Phenomenal use of the screen there.
Here's Tarlock. From outside, off the mark. Miller surveying the floor. Pass to Kamari. And it's off from three-point range. Here's the general. Henderson defending. The general. Good. The general's got 12. Sophomores with the ball. They trail by one. Miller outside. Clock at 6. Three-pointer. That shot, no good. A good close contest so far as we finish the first quarter. Rookies on top, leading by just one. The second quarter coming up right after this break, so don't go anywhere. And it's time to get back into it at the Rising Stars Challenge. Tonight, none of these young players will ever forget, I'm sure.
Oh, to be young and athletic. Just a ton of energy out there on the floor tonight.
Yeah, you know, like we see every year, these young guys are super excited to be playing in this game. And that excitement comes out onto the court.
On the court for the sophomores as the second quarter gets underway. We've got Brandon Pajemski. He's out there with Miller. Gigi Jackson is out there with Trace Jackson Davis. And it's Hendricks in at the power forward position.
I'm not sure he realizes there are four other guys on the floor with him, trying to make this a one-man show.
Yeah, he's got a little black hole going on there. If he gets it, then he's not giving it up to anybody else, and that's really not what this game is about.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game, so good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
The general can't get it to go.
And, you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Pass to Miller. There's a screen. And Miller throws it down hard.
And how about this move by Miller, using the pick and roll to create some space for himself.
To the wing right side. Second quarter of basketball, just over a minute and a half played so far. Tarlock. And the three off target.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the three. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession. Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D, just enough to keep him out of rhythm.
And it goes out of bounds following the shot. And timeout is called by Quinn Snyder. He's ready to talk things through with the team. So both teams making some... Some good action through the first 2 quarters as we reach halftime. Rookies lead by 3. We'll see you after halftime for the beginning of the third quarter.
You know what time it is. It's time for your fan half-court shot. Please direct your attention to center court. Drums. They're thinking about the shot.
And we're glad to have you along as we resume the action at the Rising Stars Challenge. Some great careers in store for these young men.
And what a showcase this game has been for the league's best and brightest young stars.
And you know, one of my favorite things is seeing the camaraderie between the players. I mean, both of these teams really enjoying playing together and against each other.
Star out there with the general. Then there's Rizachet. Then it's Castle. And it's Shed in at the point guard position. That's who's in the game for the rookies. Here's the general. From the arc. Connects from three-point range. The general's got 18 points.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 8. George looking over the floor. Pulls it from 20. Rebound by the rookies. Here's Shed. Sinks the triple. Now it's a 6-point rookie lead.
Not too much respect shown to him by the defenders.
Henderson outside. Inside. And finished off by Lively.
Climbing the ladder, going upstairs. Lively, he doesn't have to go far to flush it.
Oh, that was a strong dunk. Between the legs, and he dunks it home.
Wow, and that sort of showmanship is just deflating right now to a team trying to get back into a game like this.
Ouch, Greg, that is definitely an emphasis jam. A big apostrophe or exclamation point, maybe even a question mark.
And guys, I know there are a lot of questions right now defensively for this team. There's no doubt about that.
And the ball ends up out of bounds. And they'll keep possession. Outside, George. Out to Henderson. Back to Jackson Davis. Tough break there. Shot after shot. They couldn't get anything to fall. Here's the general. Jackson Davis defending. Pass to Shed. They set the pick. Here's Tarlock. Off target with his 3.
This offense's first miss after 3 straight makes to start the second half.
Whoops, they pick off the pass. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. And the layup is good. The Generals got the lead up to 8 now for the rookies.
And they're scoring much more efficiently here in the second half, and they've gotten that field goal percentage above 50.
I tell you what, any team will take that. I mean, if you're shooting over 50%, it means you're getting the kind of looks you want on offense, and you're being smart about it, and you're knocking down the good shots that you get.
And it's George missing.
Yeah, that's another miss for him. They're behind in this game largely because he shot so poorly.
And he comes up with the deuce.
When you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now here's Henderson. He's got 8. Can they get it? It's hauled in by the General. The General's got his 5th rebound right now in the game. Pass to Shed. There's the triple. Sophomores grab the miss. Kamari's got 4 rebounds in this game. Henderson with it. Outside, George. Henderson outside. Over Shea. Henderson, no good.
Boy, he's got to be kicking himself for failing to make that shot. That's money.
Here's the General, Jackson Davis defending. And so it's the sophomores with it. It's a 10-point game. And that one's good by Henderson. Henderson's got 10 points.
A little like Donovan Mitchell there. Henderson makes some really tough shots in traffic.
They set the pick. Shoots the 3. And good. The 3-point shot good from the General. The General's got a pair of 3s now here in the 3rd for the rookies. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Pass to Jackson Davis. And he dunks it down.
And although an undersized center, more than making up for it with some serious hops.
Here's Tarlock.
And this sort of awesome dunk is one of the reasons this team is in charge of this game.
Well, there's a swagger out there. You can see it on the court that they possess and are not afraid to show it either.
Boy, and I used to love going up and jamming it down like that, guys.
And here at the end of the 3rd quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Rookies ahead. They finish off the 3rd quarter with a tremendous 17-6 run. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
And they'd love to see every possession end this way. True team basketball.
Welcome back to this showcase of the amazing young talent in the NBA, the Rising Stars Challenge.
And it's not hard to tell just how much fun these young guys are having out there tonight.
That's exactly right. And the same goes for the fans. I mean, they're having a blast, too. What a terrific event this has been.
And a look at the 5 for the sophomores to start the 4th quarter. We've got Brandon Miller. He's out there with Pajemski. And it's Hendricks in at the 4-man position. And the sophomores with possession here. They trail by 14. Pass to Miller. Here's Hendricks. Lets the 3 fly. And a great assist by Miller as that one goes in. Miller's got his 4th assist with that last one here tonight. Here's Carrington. Here's Tarlock. And right away they match it with a 3-pointer of their own. The General's got 6 in the quarter. Pass to Post. Here's Pajemski. Now here is Miller. Here's Hendricks. Buries the long-range jumper. Hendricks has got a pair of 3s here in the 4th quarter for the sophomores. We're just over a minute into this final quarter of play. Here's the General. Pass to Carrington. Shot clock at 5. Here's Tarlock. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Here's Podziemski. It's deflected, and he recovers it.
And you don't ever want to get into the habit of letting the offense get to the rim.
Yeah, I couldn't agree with you more. I mean, that's the message they were sending with that foul. Nothing easy inside.
Substitution on the court.
Podziemski hits them both. Just over a minute and a half played here in the fourth. Pass to the general. Here's Filipowski. Lively defending. Here's Tarlock. Hits the three-point bomb. The general's got 36.
Boy, the points really accumulating from three-point range. He had 9 from distance in the first half, and he seems to only be getting better.
Lively, no one around him. Misses the 3.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
The general can't get it to go.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed.
And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
Name a type of shot Keontae George can hit it. More than capable of scoring at all 3 levels.
The sophomore's making a switch here. Henderson's checked in. He hits one and misses one, each at the line. Here's Tarlock, and he finishes nicely on the layup. And that's 38 points for the general.
Well, he's demanding the ball. He wants it, and he's coming through. I mean, you can see why his teammates trust him down the stretch, guys.
Here's Henderson. Hands the 12-footer.
He does not lack for confidence. He shouldn't. I mean, this guy is a dangerous scorer.
Here's the general. Jackson Davis defending. It's good. The general's got 40 points.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Connect with it to the inside. Filipowski, and he jams it with authority.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And that's why you have such a huge gap in the shooting numbers between the teams.
Pass to Kamare. 6 to shoot. Henderson, no one around him. Henderson with another miss. Rookies with the ball. They lead by the biggest margin of the game, 15 points. To the wing on the left. Here's Tarlock. Drills the three-pointer. The general's got 43 points.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Timeout called, the sophomores. They're behind by 18. Both teams deciding to change it up. Right wing. Pass to Podziemski. And here's Jackson. Craig, we've heard some veteran players and coaches say the league is skewing too young.
Well, because of the salary cap, you're often forced to play some younger guys, and they don't quite have a feel for the game yet. So possibly the product suffers, but it also gives you a chance to develop these young players in your system.
First one falls for him. Both free throws good from the general. Sophomores with the ball. Pass to Post. Here's Jackson. They need this. Messi grabs the rebound.
Now, the defense was far from awful. However, he still got to make these shots, in my opinion.
Saw the opportunity to put this away and did not turn it down.
And, you know, this run shows what kind of attitude this team has. I mean, the win is there. Go get it.
Miller outside. It's hauled in by the general. They set the screen. Hands it from downtown. The Generals got 50 points.
And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
And so it's the rookies taking care of business in this one.
I can't say enough about how well all these young men competed here tonight. A great show for the fans and a clear picture of just how many talented up-and-comers we have here in the NBA.
Greg, no doubt there are some future greats among the players we saw here tonight, and we're pleased to have brought you all the action. So now for Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan saying good night, everyone.
That's it.
Again.
Let's do this.
Come on, MP.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
What's up, bro? What's up, MP?
He in the house.
Hi, everyone. We welcome you to the NBA All-Star Game. I'm Kevin Harlan, along with Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg.
And you know what? This is probably, Kevin, my favorite date on the NBA calendar. I mean, with the amazing collection of players we have here tonight, this year promises to be an epic event.
Absolutely.
Guys, it always is. I mean, the privilege of playing in this game means so much to every one of these players. I mean, being on this huge stage brings out the best in the NBA's biggest superstars.
Now we'll look at the West All-Stars starting lineup. We've got Luka Doncic. Jokic is out there with Anthony Davis. Then it's Sabonis. And it's Gilgeous-Alexander in at the point.
And this has become one of the must-see events of the year, which is obvious by all the star power in attendance here tonight.
Well, certainly the Hollywood crowd is on hand, the biggest names from the sports world, music stars. Everybody wants to be a part of All-Star Week.
And for me, this is always one of the best weeks of the year. So much fun for everyone involved. Fans, players, coaches. What a blast.
Yeah, the NBA knows how to throw a party in celebrating its game. There's no doubt about that. And All-Star Week is one great show after another.
Now let's find out what head coach Quinn Snyder had to say to David Aldridge. David.
Now, I asked him if he has any plan for dealing with the multi-time MVP, Nikola Jokic. He said it's all about balance. If you defend Jokic too aggressively, he'll just kick it out to other guys too softly, and he'll kill you inside. So balance is the key. Sounds like a tough balancing act to pull off, guys.
Thank you, David. Here's the general after the made shot from Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. The general can't get it to go. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for the West. Outside, Sabonis. And the foul called on Donovan Mitchell. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Just about 2 minutes into the game, first quarter of basketball. Gilgeous-Alexander against Young. Clock at 4. A nice shot by Doncic.
And no player in the league has done more to earn his spot in this game than he has. I mean, he's having a terrific season.
He sure is. Excellence on a consistent basis for him. I mean, he's been their rock all year.
Drills it from outside.
Not a lot in the way of defense here tonight, but, you know, that's about the norm.
Yep, this game is always going to be about offense, about entertaining these fans as much as possible.
The shot's good from Gilgeous-Alexander.
Not much in the way of defense being played here early on.
But you know how it works. I mean, both teams will be conserving their energy at the defensive end until later on. That's typically how this thing unfolds.
Oh, and it looks like that's going to be a goaltending call. Yep, that's it. So they'll get the basket.
That's a very close call. I'm sure he thinks it's a clean block, but looks like it was on the way down.
And the East with some changes. Karl Anthony Towns checked in for Giannis Antetokounmpo, and it's Jalen Brunson in for Trae Young. And West also making a switch. Edwards, he's checked in for Domantas Sabonis. Steps back. Gilgeous-Alexander kicks to Doncic. Over Mitchell. And that one goes long. And here's Brunson. He'll bring it up for the East. The general passes to Towns. Jacks up a three. And the rebound goes to the West All-Stars.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Mitchell against Doncic. It's rebounded by Towns.
Not really his best quarter as far as scoring. Let's see if he can eventually get back on track.
The general.
And ball handlers like Mitchell really elevate your offense. It's his precision passing to pass the basketball at the right time. Really a terrific ability. And typically he has the touch to finish when he's in tight, but not sure on that possession.
Here's Brown. Up and in on the layup. Brown's got his second bucket tonight.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this league.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively. That's exactly why you watch the All-Star game, to see plays just like that.
The East leading by 5. The general passes to Brunson. Here's Mitchell. Good ball movement here by the East. The screen from Brown. Here's Tarlock. That's in, and that's his 4th basket of the night. He's taken 7 shots, a solid 57%.
Boy, has he put his foot on the pedal here this quarter. He's doing a terrific job in terms of leading their offense.
Now, here's Doncic. Fires the 3. That one's not going to go. And so it's the East All-Stars, bringing the quarter to a close with a 7-point lead. They're playing a bruising game inside, and it's working for them. Back with you again on the most entertaining night on the NBA calendar. 1 quarter down and 3 to play in the All-Star game.
And guys, we've already seen some unbelievable action here tonight.
And there will be plenty more to come. We know that. All-Star action never disappoints.
They've got Trae Young. The general is out there with Jimmy Butler. Then it's Cade Cunningham. And it's Giannis in at the pivot spot manning the middle. So that's who the East All-Stars start the second with. Kept alive, Cunningham. Another miss. Boy, they had their chance there, but couldn't get it to go. Puts it up from 12. No stopping him there. Jams it in as he's fouled. Chance now for a 3-point. Here's Gilgeous-Alexander.
And you know, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
The East leading by 3. Tipped away. The kick out to Brown. Pass to the general. Fires top of the key. Jokic grabs the miss.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
Just 2 seconds between shot clock and game clock. Brunson with it. He's picked up by Gilgeous-Alexander. Brunson, good.
And defense is all over Brunson inside, but still manages to outmaneuver them for the deuce.
Gilgeous-Alexander surveying the D. Jokic sets the screen for Gilgeous-Alexander. The West again cannot hit. 1 second left. The shot that time not on target. And that's it for the first half of action in what's been a very close game here. East All-Stars ahead, up by 5. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. One half remaining in the NBA All-Star game. Good to have you along on 2K Sports.
Yeah, and I'm looking for the temperature to start to rise here a little bit in the second half.
Yeah, I'm exactly with you there. I think we'll see a little less showmanship and a little more intensity from here on out.
Getting underway in the second half. Here's the 5 for Jason Kidd. They've got Sabonis. Gilgeous-Alexander out there with Doncic. And it's Nikola Jokic. And it's Davis in power forward. And so it's Young who brings it up for the East All-Stars. Pass to the general. Back to Young. This one for 3. The West grabs the miss. Jokic finds Gilgeous-Alexander over Young. Gilgeous-Alexander can't get it to go. The East leading by 3. Here's Tarlock. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got 4 rebounds now tonight.
His shot's just, it's not there right now with his team leading. Perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game. And you know what? Defensively, both teams have picked it up as we've gotten a little deeper into this game.
A little more competitive fire and intensity being shown out there now.
Here's Tarlock. A three-pointer is right on target. The General's got 14 points for the game.
And the All-Star MVP award, always such a prestigious honor. And it's becoming clear who that honor is going to be bestowed upon this year.
And with the game he's having, it's hard to envision anybody else winning.
And here are the East All-Stars now. They lead by 4. Here's the General. He's got 14. And another 3 from the East.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
Yeah, I'd be confident too. As a matter of fact,
And we're just around 2 minutes into the final half of play now. On the court for the West All-Stars, they've got Domantas Sabonis. Davis is out there with Jokic. Then there's Shai Gilgeous-Alexander. And it's Doncic in at the 2 guard.
And fans and celebrities alike have descended on this town for All-Star Week. There's been a bunch of fun events going on all over the place.
And, Greg, it's like that every year. I mean, no matter what city is hosting, it becomes a mecca for everyone who wants to take in one of the greatest scenes in all of sports. Not only to watch the best players, but to be seen by the other stars in the crowd.
And he makes the first.
And, the officials not giving their whistles much of a workout here tonight. Very few fouls being called.
And most of that, Greg, is because they're not playing full-force defense. I mean, you're never going to see as much contact around the bucket in this game as you would ordinarily.
Here's what the East is going with right now. Kay Cunningham's checked in for Mitchell, and Lillard subbed in for Young.
I love this event so much because it combines the world-class ability of these players with the freedom of the playground.
Yep, it's the greatest and certainly the most fun pickup game these players will ever play in.
Here's Doncic after the made shot from the General. A little over 2.5 minutes off the clock in this final half of play. Can't get it to fall.
A slight advantage for them in the rebound department, but that oftentimes is all it takes.
Especially when you're scoring the ball at a decent clip the way they have. I mean, they've done exactly what's necessary to take the lead.
Now, Doncic, after Jaylen Brown's three-pointer that didn't go. To the middle, here's Jokic. The West again cannot hit.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
Antetokounmpo, a screen on Gilgeous-Alexander. Antetokounmpo. Oh, Giannis parachutes in for the put-back.
How about using that 7'3" wingspan of his to gobble up offensive boards? Antetokounmpo making it happen on the glass.
Lillard against Gilgeous-Alexander. Here's Jokic. Oh, throw it down, Nikola Jokic.
Savvy, size, length, strength, touch. Jokic a low down on the blocks.
Doncic against Cunningham. And it's Doncic missing.
Well, you know, this is what happens. You can't afford to lose concentration even for a nanosecond.
And the All-Star MVP award, always such a prestigious honor. And it's becoming clear who that honor is going to be bestowed upon this year.
And with the game he's having, it's hard to envision anybody else winning.
I tell you what, he is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the basket.
Tarlock off the mark there with the three-point shot.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Here's Gilgeous-Alexander. Good. And the assist goes to Doncic. Gilgeous-Alexander's got 4 this quarter.
And he's been a gem this year. I mean, there have been so many highlights for him all over the first half of this season.
And I've got a feeling, Greg, he's just getting warmed up. I think he'll be even better after the All-Star break.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
It's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
Now, Doncic, he's got 9. Up in time. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the East All-Stars in control with a 9-point lead to end the quarter. Their lead is where it is because they've gotten good shots. A lot of good shots. And we'll be back with you shortly. Well, we're back on a night that's always a highlight of any NBA season. We're live from the All-Star game.
And, you know, you always look forward to this game, and this one certainly has lived up to the billing so far.
There is not another show in sports quite like the NBA All-Star game, is there?
The general is out there with Donovan Mitchell. Then there's Towns. Then it's Jalen Brunson. And it's Young in at the 1. That's the 5 out there for the East All-Stars.
And not as many turnovers as we often get in this game. So good to see both teams taking care of the ball.
Yeah, it really is. I mean, surprisingly, very well controlled for the most part. Sometimes things get a little wild out there, but not so here.
It's up a 3, and he gets it to go. No problem on the 3 from the General. The General's got the lead up to 10 now for the East All-Stars. Here's Doncic. And it's the East with the rebound.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, if they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
Oh, great pass by Mitchell. He can run your offense, slide over to the 2 as well, giving you some great backcourt versatility.
Down low, here's KD, and finished off by KD.
Man, what a pass that was there. He really, really relishes making the game easier for his teammates.
Young pass to the General. To the paint. Out to Brunson. 5 on the clock. Here's Tarlock. A 3-pointer off the mark. The West trails by 10, 13 feet away. East grabs the miss. The General's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Over to the left wing. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
I mean, maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that one.
And we know he's capable of those memorable ones.
Hey, they've got a nice, comfortable lead here, fellas. Might as well keep it simple. Do it a plain, simple one-hander, just like pound cake.
And Jason Kidd is called timeout. He's clearly intent on wanting to lock in and make sure everyone's on the same page. Allen's checked in for Towns. The West All-Stars also changing it up. Jokic has checked in for James. Davis comes in for Kevin Durant. And Gilgeous-Alexander is subbed in for Edwards.
You cannot give Luka any space out beyond the arc because he'll make you pay every time.
The general passes to Allen. Good ball movement here by the East. Here's Tarlock. Out to Brunson. Off target from outside. And it's Sabonis with the ball for the West All-Stars. They trail by 9 points. Here's Doncic. Jokic draws the double. The tray. And that's collected by Brunson.
And that shot isn't the one they should be taking if they want to make this comeback happen.
Here's the general. Gilgeous-Alexander covering. The general. Good.
And you know what? He's been on the big stage, guys, and he's been at his absolute best.
And Greg, barring something unforeseen, I think we know who the All-Star MVP is going to be. He's already got one hand on that trophy.
Here's Doncic after the made shot from the general.
I have a lot of respect for Jokic's feel for the game. He plays the right way, sees everything, great vision, and he processes what he sees so quickly.
The general. Good.
So when you allow good scorers to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
He should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less.
Now, here's Doncic from past the arc. The triple! Doncic!
I know Doncic takes pride in being able to produce for his team, and he's doing it at a high level here.
Sabonis, the pass to Jokic. To the middle, here's Davis, and Davis throws it down.
AD is the man. Primetime play by a primetime bowler.
And we'll have a timeout called by Quinn Snyder. No doubt he is feeling the importance of this moment right now. And some changes here for the East. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Jared Allen. And Jaylen Brown subbed in for Jalen Brunson.
Guys, it's a one-man show out there. He looks like he's willing to handle all of the offensive duties for his team.
Outside, Gilgeous-Alexander. Pass to Doncic. Over Mitchell. And it's Doncic missing.
You almost have to assume he's going to knock those down when he is that open. And it's just competing, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Here's Tarlock. The East All-Stars check on 2 more.
And even with the big lead, he remains focused on the task at hand.
Yeah, and that is some shaky and shoddy defensive work. They got to tighten it up.
Doncic, no good. Now the East All-Stars with it inside. The general. Good. The general's got 45 points.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
No good with the fallback jumper. So it's the East All-Stars winning this one easily.
And guys, while the result and the bragging rights go to the East, this was truly a night that belonged to the fans. It was another great showcase of the world-class talent across the NBA.
It seems to get better and better every year, doesn't it, Greg? Huh? So fun to watch. It was certainly a fun evening. We thank all of you for joining us and watching with us. For Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, I'm Kevin Harlan. We'll see you again next time.
Good game, MP.
In sports and in most lines of work, the deck is stacked against the new guy. The way MP has showed up and showed out like he has makes him the clear MVP favorite.
There it is.
Knock it down. With the foul. Knock it down, baby.
Y'all ready to lose?
Good boy, good boy. Come on.
You could do better than that. MP.
Yes, sir. That's the way I back up my game.
Good luck out there, MP.
Objects in motion, stay in motion.
Welcome to Thursday Night Basketball on 2K Sports. Well, Grant, when you take a look at this matchup, both these teams feature an impressive backcourt.
No question, BA. And I get the sense that bragging rights are on the line here. Everything you can do, I can do better. Expect some exciting back-and-forth action in this one.
Looking at the starting five for Boston. Holiday at the 1 with White at the 2. The 2 Jays, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. And it's Porzingis in at the 5. The offensive rebound. Embiid banked it in off the glass.
Yeah, getting aggressive in the paint. Look at Joel putting his size to work.
Pass to Holiday. Now here's White. Outside, Brown. Three-pointer, no good. Let's go now to the sideline and catch up with Allie LaForce.
I was able to catch up with Nick Nurse. We discussed just how difficult Jason Tatum is to guard and what he wants his team to do against him, and Coach told me he's a very talented and polished player. I told our guys to stay in front of him, don't fall for the pump fakes, play smart and under control. It's easier said than done, but we'll see if they're up to the task. Guys, back to you.
Okay, thanks, Allie. So it's Boston now, following the score by Philadelphia. There's Tatum with the three. Gets his second attempt to go. Now he's 1 for 2.
Yeah, no hesitation, no overthinking it. Tatum just takes the shot.
You know, Grant, in interviews, Jason Tatum often seems understated and soft-spoken. But that's just him, isn't it?
That's true, B.A. Tatum has a quiet confidence about him. He doesn't feel the need to be loud or act out. He lets his work on the court do all the talking for him.
Here's Tatum. Philadelphia getting their last shot to go. This one for three. Rebound by Philadelphia. This is their first chance this season playing Boston.
They took the season series against this opponent last year. High-profile games are the best.
It's scooped up. Here's Embiid. And then Embiid with the dunk.
And that's the hunger that Embiid plays with. He just gobbles up the miss and goes back up for the score.
Holiday passes to Tatum. That won't go either for Tatum.
Yeah, not at his most efficient this quarter. He's got to work on finding high percentage shots.
Out of bounds. It'll be Celtics ball. And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. 4-3. And McCain pulls it down.
Something's off about him this quarter.
Yeah, and sometimes guys just start pressing. The best thing for him is to just slow it down and concentrate on solid shot selection.
Talking about Tyrese Maxey, Grant, here's a guy who's improved every year.
Yeah, B.A. I mean, from averaging 8 as a rookie to 26 points during his breakout 4th year, Maxey has added to his game every offseason and turned himself into an elite scorer.
Now here's Brown. He's given them steady production at over 27 points a game. Fires for three. He drops it from range.
Well, you know, when Brown's hitting the three, it really opens up this offense.
Here's the general. To the middle. Here's George. And George with the jam.
Such confidence as a passer. He hits guys in stride. It makes it look easy.
Tatum from long range. And again, Boston with the triple.
Solid from three. Tatum is not shy about firing away.
They set the pick. Here's the general. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back.
Already 6 of their points coming off second chances. Pretty impressive.
Outside White. Porzingis sets a screen. Tatum from long range. Rebound by Philadelphia. Embiid's got 5 rebounds in the game. Here's the general. It's hauled in by White. Celtics trail by 6. It's stolen by Maxey. Pass to the general. Here's McCain. There's 47 seconds left in the first quarter here. Drains the triple. The general's gotten his second bucket on the night.
Yeah, their aggressive approach on the offensive glass has created second chance opportunities.
There's Tatum with the three. The rebound by Embiid.
Not his best night and not the team's best night. Sometimes it just goes that way.
Here's the general. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good.
He hasn't helped the cause with his shooting, but his teammates have had his back.
White, the pass to Holiday. And Joel Embiid pulls it down. Embiid's got 7 rebounds in the game. Pass to the general. Fades and shoots. And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
And early on, they've been on a tear. Just getting whatever they want offensively.
Yeah, I mean, this is exactly how you want to start a game, with a big offensive push.
And so it's Philadelphia closing out the quarter ahead by 11 points. And it's mostly due to their superb shooting. They've wasted very few possessions. Back to the game after this break. And So far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. Or the 76ers at the top of their game, huh?
Oh, what a first quarter. You love their willingness to make the extra pass.
Yeah, it's the kind of offense every coach loves to see. Selfless and smart.
On the court for the Celtics, second quarter underway. It's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Hauser in at small forward. And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. Well, the general of their last time out against the Nets was just insanity. He added 43 points, and he was locked in from deep. But when hasn't he been? A reminder of the amazing things that he's capable of on any given night. It'll be hard to match that tonight, but he'll try. Guys?
Outstanding, thanks. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Just 5 on the clock. Wide open, but he couldn't capitalize.
If they just continue to dominate the boards.
Fades. And yes, it goes. Got a little English on that one. The General's got 10.
Yeah, that fadeaway gave him more than enough space to get that shot on.
Here's Pritchard. And the 3 off target.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Here's the General, hounded by Tatum. They get it back. Here's Drummond. And the jam by Drummond.
Well, he knew the contact was coming. Drummond took it anyway and finished.
We're now about 2 minutes into the second quarter. Here's Pritchard. He's averaging more than 12 a game. A consistent threat on offense. The kick to Tatum. The life of an NBA head coach, Stan, is not easy. You've lived it. What's the toughest part of the job? And don't say dealing with the media.
Well, no, it's not. Look, Brian, I think people would easily say it's the time spent away from home, and it's also the losing, quite honestly. But I think what my family had the hardest time with was how consumed I was as a coach during the season. So even when I was home, all I was doing was thinking about basketball.
And how many losses have you endured as a broadcaster, coach?
0. Undefeated, Brian. Undefeated.
Here's the General, hounded by Tatum. The General, no good. Celtics trail by 13. Down low. Oh, and a great bucket from Tatum. Taking the hit.
Yeah, there's that added strength of Tatum really helping him down low.
Here's the General. 13 points in the game. Off target from three-point range. Here's Hauser. Offline with a 3. The Sixers lead by 11. Stan, you look at the Celtics, as high-powered as they come offensively.
No question, Brian. They can space the floor at every position, and any one of their starters is able to give you 20 on a given night.
Gets the 3 to fall.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Yeah, come on. They're just having their way out there and continuing to press the advantage.
Both teams will make substitutions. And at the midpoint of the season, a great time to check out the power rankings. Gives you a good idea of how teams stack up. You take a look at the Celtics. No movement for them, maintaining their top 10. So it's Philadelphia finishing the quarter with an 8-point lead. Their defensive efforts have paid off, effectively shutting down the opposing offense. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this.
Thanks for stopping by, y'all. First up on the show tonight, a quick look ahead of some upcoming games on the docket. Guys, I want to talk about something else for just a second. Is it me, or have the alternative jerseys around the league gotten a little too creative?
I wish you wear an alternative jersey every once in a while, Ernie.
Yeah, man. You know, your threads are getting a little bit stale. You know what I'm saying?
Hey, what's up with this? I just asked a basketball question, and now it's a personal attack. I'm done with you two. And now taking a look at that first half action, it was a less than ideal start for the Celtics.
Losing the rebounding battle, it's easy to lose control of the game. Fortunately for them, they have another half to go.
Yeah, now they can lose by twice as much.
Thanks, as always, for watching. Let's head back to Brian Anderson and crew for the start of the second half.
And we've got third quarter basketball here. 2 quarters in the books. And here's George. He'll bring it up for Philadelphia. They've led by as many as 14. We've got Paul George. Joel Embiid is out there with Tyrese Maxey. And it's McCain in at the 2. That's the group on the floor for Philadelphia. And coach, a perennial all-defense performer, Drew Holiday. Fearsome at that end of the floor in particular.
Yeah, Brian, he's as good a defensive guard as there is. Great size and strength at the point guard spot. You combine that with his IQ and his competitive will, he is a problem on a nightly basis. Yeah, great effort tonight, and he's been rewarded with trips to the line.
And let's send it over to Allie LaForce.
Jaylen Brown is playing with so much confidence. He said, quote, "I feel like I'm a different player. My body has changed. Athletically, I'm entering my prime. I'm more aware on defense and offense. I feel like on both sides of the ball, I'm playing the best basketball of my life."
Well, it shows, Allie, for sure.
Well, look, you got to hit Tatum harder than that, or else he's just going to push right through the contact.
Jason Tatum at the line for 1.
And that one falls for Tatum. So it's Philadelphia now. It's a 3-point game. Maxey passes to the general. The 3 ball. Nails it from 3. The general's got 19 points.
As the deep shots continue to fall, you can sense the frustration growing among these defenders.
Tatum passes to Brown. Outside Holiday takes a 3. Philadelphia grabs the miss.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
You really can't understate the energy Maxey brings to his game. Not just effort level, but his attitude and how that spreads to his guys out there.
And this is his second and third free throws tonight.
Tyrese Maxey taking 2 shots.
First free throw is good. Stan, you've coached so many rookies over the years. What are some key things you like to see from a player coming into the league?
Well, look, you've got to have the guy, Brian, that's ready to compete at that level and has to bring that every night. From there, it's just all about learning. There's going to be mistakes, but you want guys who can learn and improve at a consistent rate.
Is it true that defense is the fastest way into the coach's heart?
Well, it's certainly a way to gain confidence, that's for sure.
Rock solid screen right there. The defender got completely lost.
Yeah, you've got to lock and trail hard. You can't allow him to clean look.
You're calling Tatum a capable scorer would be an understatement. He is an elite offensive talent.
Maxey passes to the general. And we're just about 2 minutes into the final half of play now. Celtics trail by 7. Up top, Brown. Inside, here's Porzingis. And it's Philadelphia with the rebound. Next matchup, they'll be home against the Nets. And that'll put them halfway through a 3-game homestand. Chalk up 2 there. George has got 7 points in the game.
Yeah, muscling his way for the bucket. George doing what he does best.
Holiday taking his time here. On the wing, Tatum. Oh, yes, the turnaround. Tatum's got 7 now in this quarter.
Well, very few guys take advantage of space in the mid-range like Tatum. He's an assassin from that area.
Yeah, this period, they're letting him go to work, and it's paying off.
3 minutes gone now in the third quarter. Outside Holiday. There's the triple. And Tatum, the bucket on the assist by Holiday. Holiday's got his 3rd assist of the night. And timeout is called by Nick Nurse. Coach wants to speak to his guys, maybe alter some of the game plan. And the Celtics making a change here. Pritchard's checked in. Pass to the general. Launches it. Knocks down the long J. The general's got 10 points in just the second half.
He's really finding his rhythm here. I mean, smart move to keep feeding him the ball.
Yeah, when you have a guy playing like he has been recently, he's got to be the first option on every possession.
Oubre against Brown. Can't hit that one.
I'll tell you what, they've been aggressive and they've been physical.
Pass to the general. A minute 9 left to play in the third quarter of basketball. With the fadeaway. Porzingis grabs the board. Celtics trail by 9. On the wing, Tatum. Porzingis with it. The rebound by Yabusele.
Probably should have scored there. He usually does.
Here's the general. 26 points for him. 2 open that time. Made it look easy. The general's got 13 points now in the quarter. Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Holiday finds Tatum. Tatum on the drive. And finished off by Tatum.
Off the bounce, Tatum has so many different ways he can take you.
Here's the general. Hits the rim on the way in, and the bucket is good. The general's got 31 points.
Well, he's been nothing short of fantastic this game, and he has his team in a great spot as this thing winds down.
Here's Tatum. Oh, look at Tatum going to work inside.
Yeah, so skilled offensively. Getting the ball in his hands is generally a good idea.
And so it's Philadelphia ending the quarter up 10. The flow of the game has favored them in general. But hey, the tide can... The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Celtics trail by 10. So the Celtics 5 right now. It's Tatum at the 4 with Horford at the 5. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's Davison in at the shooting guard position.
That's his first personal foul. First team foul. Celtics substitution. Number 40, Luke Cornett.
Boston with the ball. To the paint. Here's Pritchard. Good, and it's Horford who picks up the assist.
When Horford has the ball, he typically makes the right decision. That's a great pass.
Here's the general. Launches a 3. Tips it. And it's Cornett with a rebound. Here's Pritchard. Pass to Horford. From outside the arc. Rebound by Philadelphia. Drummond's got 4 rebounds now. Here's the general. Sinks that one from the post. The general's got 17 now, just in the second half. And Tatum's got the ball here for Boston. Trailing by 10. Good work defensively by Drummond. The 76ers have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. The general, no good. The Celtics shooting around 44%. Not bad. Here's Hauser. Pass to Tatum. Oh, Tatum takes the contact.
Yeah, after a slow start to the game, he's been productive and efficient here in the second half.
And a strong finish with 2 hands.
Attacking the rim with power.
Tremendous finish. And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He clearly wants to talk it over and make sure everyone is focused. Joel Embiid, he's checked in for Philadelphia. Paul George comes in for Edwards. So Boston going with almost an entire new group here. Porzingis is checked in for Cornette. Brown comes in for Horford. Derek White's checked in for Hauser. And Holiday subbed in for Pritchard. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over the break, I listened in on Joe Mazzulla's huddle. He did his best to light a fire under them, saying, we have to fight. Now is the moment. We have to come out of this deficit swinging. Guys?
Okay, good stuff. Thank you, Allie. White looking it over. Pass to Tatum. And we're about 2 minutes into the fourth here. No good off the glass.
You have to credit their effort. I mean, they've done an amazing job on the glass.
Out of bounds. It'll be Philadelphia's ball. So it's Philadelphia now. They've led by as many as 14. Here's the general. Embiid, a screen on Tatum. The general passes to Embiid. Great D that time from Porzingis. Celtics trail by 10. Pass to Tatum. And there's the rejection. Here's Grimes. Philadelphia with another miss.
And the shooter had very little space on that attempt.
There's no air space there whatsoever. That's as close as you can get without foul.
And sometimes you forget how long Tatum is, and he's terrific at using this to his advantage inside.
Here's the general. Embiid, a screen on Tatum. The general connects from downtown. The general's got 38 points. You were there, Stan, in Miami at the inception of Heat culture. Give us a taste of it.
Well, it's a little bit overblown in one way, in that everyone basically wants people who work hard and get in shape and compete. The difference maybe with the Heat is they just have a lower tolerance for players who don't meet their standards. Look, that up fake is a great weapon when defenders are crowding you. Brown puts him in the popcorn machine.
Maxey, he's checked in for the Sixers. And both free throws good for Brown. A bit under 3.5 minutes have passed here in the fourth. The Sixers lead by 9. Here's the general. Kicks it to George. Pass to the general. George, a screen on Tatum. 6 to shoot. The general, no good. Celtics trail by 9. And here's Holiday. There's the 3. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
And he almost made them regret defending him so loosely.
Here's the general. Philadelphia with another miss. For Boston, they've gotten just 3 of 9 shots to go in. Struggling this fourth quarter. Holiday finds Tatum. That one falls. Nice feed that time from Holiday. Tatum's got 32 points.
What a big-time bucket. Tatum stepping up as a leader and coming through for his team.
2 points here could be the only cushion they need, Grant.
Hard to say. Crazier things have happened in this league.
Great job by Porzingis, just making himself big and affecting that shot.
Oh, okay!
Oh, my gosh. Well, Brown sees himself as a leader on this team, and he can come up with big points when they need him to.
On the AT&T 5G Slam Cam, good looks by our terrific camera crew. He drops the first one, and that puts him up 5. So he goes 2 for 2 at the line, and it's a 6-point ball game.
Good job converting at the line and helping to build this lead.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here, looking to get everyone dialed in and engaged. What do you think is going to be their best move at this point?
An uphill battle for them. Everything has to go perfectly.
Well, I'm sure they'll run a play they believe in. If it works, I say try for the steal, and if you don't get it, immediate foul.
And Joe Mazzulla calls timeout here. He wants to make sure they're purposeful with the game plan. 30 seconds left in the fourth. Brown against George. Outside, Brown. Can't get it to drop. And George with some nice D. And an intentional foul right there.
That's his second personal foul. Third team foul.
Good on the first. And that makes it a 7-point lead. So he gets them both. And it's an 8-point ball game. Maxey against Holiday. Here's the general. And again.
Well, he's gone up to 40 as he continues to just dominate opponents all season long.
And we knew he had a shot at it tonight. He is now tied for third for the most 40-point games in a season.
Alongside Michael Jordan, they've both reached that mark 37 times in a single season. Extraordinary.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. This one was a...
Hey, yo, bad play.
Keep it up, MP. Keep chopping wood.
That's it. How about a shimmy?
Come on, MP. Your confidence is gone now.
Like those kicks, MP.
Everything good, MP?
Let's get down.
He about to tear the roof off.
Shaking MP.
Please text the word 76 to 55555. A member of our guest relations team will respond immediately. We can't wait.
Moments away, they gather at the Wells Fargo Center in Philadelphia. The Nets taking on the 76ers. For the Nets, they can't be too disappointed, playing over 500 ball the last 10 games. But this team feels they are better than that and look to prove it with a big win tonight. Sixers, Nets is coming up next and will be. Welcome everybody to another presentation of the NBA Live on 2K Sports. Joined by Richard Jeffrey. And what a matchup we have here in the front court, Greg.
Yeah, each of these teams are anchored by their big men. I think it's going to be physical and highly intensified.
Here are the starters for Brooklyn. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. Cam Thomas is out there with D'Angelo Russell. And it's Williams at small forward.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring. Able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
Johnson, wide open, he fires. And not going to go. He misses the first attempt on the night. Here's Tarlock. And he can't bank that one in. Williams dishes to Russell. Claxton against Embiid. Claxton the pass to Thomas. The Nets working the ball around now. Shot clock at 6. Here's Russell with the 3. Tyrese Maxey grabs the miss. For the 76ers, the last game, a win against Boston. RJ, talk about a guy who can completely take over. Tyrese Maxey.
Oh, I love his energy. I love his focus. I love his love for the game. He is relentless. What's amazing is that there's still so much upside there, Kevin.
We've played just over a minute here in the first. Russell kicks to Williams. Back to Russell. Down low. And the slam dunk by Johnson.
Really seems like everyone in the league can elevate these days. And Johnson, well, he's no exception.
Embiid, the pass to the general. Embiid, the screen. Lobbed up there for Embiid. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
Yeah, there is no way to stop him. It has not been physically created a way to stop. His length, his massive hands, he can catch any lob.
Screen by Claxton. Thomas. And good. And it takes a nice bounce off the right iron and down. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. With the fadeaway. The general can't get it to go.
He just looks off this quarter. Looks like he's forcing it a bit right now, a little bit in his head.
A really good rebound in traffic. That's what the big fella's there for.
Fader on the way. Finds the hole for the second time from the floor. Now 2 for 5.
Well, you like guys who can work that in-between area. Really keeps the defense honest.
And when we talk about the numbers, the analytics for great shooters like him, pretty much any shot is a good shot.
Pass to Johnson. Fires for 3. Hits it from three-point range. Johnson's got his second bucket of the night.
Beautiful stroke from Johnson, even on the quick shot.
Here's the General, covered by Johnson. The General, good.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
Pass to Claxton. Johnson up top, beyond the arc. And the Nets, another 3.
Boy, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
Yeah, when he gets engaged this early in the game, it's bad news for the defense. He can roll this start throughout the rest of the game.
You can just see the passion and love with which he plays the game. You see how he prepares, the work ethic, the way he interacts with his teammates. And when he hits the floor, it's all about the game.
Johnson finds Thomas. A floater. Can't connect from short range.
And he's usually able to score on that type of defense rather easily. Surprising to see him come away empty.
From deep. It's hauled in by Claxton. Nets trail by 3. And it's Williams with the jam.
Yeah, nice, strong finish on the inside.
But Greg, that's what he does. He's got the dunker mentality. Here's Turlock. Good on the three-point shot. The General's got 10 points.
Talk about putting a team on your back. He has been dominant this quarter, and I don't think they are winning without him.
To the inside. And then Johnson with the dunk.
Clearly, he's one of the best there is in the business when it comes to making that lead pass.
And so it's Maxey with it. He brings it up for the Philadelphia 76ers. To the middle. Here's Embiid. Another shot. Tough possession there. They stayed with it, but they just couldn't make it. With the floater. The kick out to Williams. 2-second difference between shot clock and game clock. There's Russell with the 3. It's hauled in by the General. He gets it up. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Ringing the bell. That's the way to close a quarter.
He knew exactly how he wanted to do it, too. There was no doubt in his mind that it was going to fall.
The offense coming free and easy as we wrap up the first quarter. 76ers lead by 5. Live from Philadelphia, you're watching 2K Sports. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. And a moment here to take a look at the scoring breakdown for the 76ers.
Well, so far, their long-range shooting has been the story, doing damage from deep.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
We've got Oubre. The General is out there with Andre Drummond. Then there's Maxey. And it's Grimes in at the 2-guard position. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Right now, let's send it over to the sidelines and get a report from David Aldridge.
Hey, Kevin. Well, the General, in his last time out against the Celtics, looked like he was on a mission. He scored 40 points and, as always, was a force on defense, doing whatever he wanted at that end. Once again, he got into a rhythm, and there was nothing anybody could do to stop him. Kevin?
Yeah, David, in stretches, he was absolutely dominant. Greg, he'd love to match that performance tonight.
This team needs his contributions. When he's right, he makes winning plays time and time again.
Expect them to go to him early and often. Don't want to let that hot hand go to waste.
And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of respect, right? The floaters, teardrops, whatever you call them, runners, often the finishing touch to an already well-developed offensive arsenal.
Martin, the pass to Watford. The kick out to Williams. There's the three. Andre Drummond grabs the miss. The 76ers leading by 6. Here's Oubre. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Crafty at cashing in from there. Oubre Jr. enjoys working on his interior game when given the opportunity.
Outside Martin. Over Maxey. And the Nets miss again.
Defense kind of rolled the dice there, and I'm a little surprised that it ended up going their way with the miss.
Shot by Grimes. No good. Nets trail by 8. You know, the hopes of a super team in Brooklyn did not come to fruition at all, Richard. And you saw it firsthand.
Thank you for reminding me of that, Kevin. Yes, I had a front row view to it. And look, from a fan's perspective, it's a tough take. The team brings in some of the biggest stars this league has ever seen. You are thinking championship, and you never got close. And his ability to efficiently score, that's really helped him out in this one, putting them ahead on the scoreboard.
Martin, the pass to Williams. Martin with the screen for Williams. Pass to Sharp. Here's Watford, and slam dunk by Watford.
And I gotta say, sort of surprising he goes for a slam that difficult when they're trailing.
But still a magnificent move to the rim. And that does it for the first half of play. Philadelphia ahead, up 8. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Greetings, Shaq, Kenny, and EJ here.
A look here now at the 76ers. You know, Halloween was a long time ago, but this team is still the scariest group in the league. They're striking fear into every team.
So let's dig into that first half now, and what was a very solid performance for the Philadelphia 76ers. And that concludes halftime. Now time to...
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. And you know the general has been really making it happen, guys.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And Brooklyn, looking who they've got. Down on the block, it's Johnson with Claxton. D'Angelo Russell out there with Thomas. And it's Williams at the 3, the small forward.
Yeah, you hate to give up a foul on a three-point attempt.
That's his second personal foul. First team.
The 76ers have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
Good on the second free throw. And he makes all 3.
It's always nice to see a big fella be able to knock down some free throws and make teams pay from the line.
Outside Thomas. Pass to Claxton. Now here's Williams. Launches it. The rebound by Paul George.
Well, they've been better than good on the glass today, and there is a glaring discrepancy between these two teams in that area.
Nice pass by Embiid, smartly taking advantage of a wide-open man.
Nets trail by 14. Outside Thomas. Maxey against Russell. Williams for 3, and he's good on the 3 ball. Williams has got 6 points.
The real. Come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
When it ain't broke, leave it alone. Until someone stops him, just let him roll.
Back to Johnson. It's good. Great play by Williams to set it up. 15 points in the game.
This is how lethal a scorer Johnson can be. Keep feeding that beast.
And if you listen to Cam Johnson talk about shooting, my goodness, RJ, he is a student of the game.
Studies a lot of different shooters, constantly analyzing his own footwork. And you know what? The result speaks for themselves.
76ers have yet missed a free throw. 5 for 5. Both free throws good from the general.
And it's a luxury to have a great shooter like him at the line. Very rarely see him miss.
Outside Thomas. On the wing, Williams. Defended by George. The three from Johnson. It's hauled in by George. Philadelphia leading by 14. The fader. And all around the rim that time before dropping in. And now it's 27 points for the general. Johnson with it. 15 points in the game. Little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the third. Thomas, no good. Now the 76ers with it. They're on a 13-5 run. And it's George finishing it off.
Yeah, letting it rip. They're just having fun right now.
Man, their offense is clicking. Players, coaches, everybody, they are in sync.
And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Brooklyn Nets. They trail by 18. That shot was off. Some solid defense from the general. Outside, George. Pass to the general. George with a screen on Thomas. Tarlock. Rebound, Brooklyn.
2 minutes remaining in the third. 2 minutes.
There's 1:59 left to play in the third. Outside Thomas. And yep, finally dropped after rolling around the rim. Thomas got 14 points for the game.
In constant motion off ball, Thomas finds a soft spot and trusts the ball will find him back.
And it's Nick Nurse calling timeout here. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. Some changes for Brooklyn. Wilson, he's checked in for Williams. Martin comes in for Thomas. And Trendon Watford subbed in for D'Angelo Russell. Third quarter of basketball here and just a little under 3.5 minutes gone by. Nets trail by 16. Now Watford. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. Pass to Wilson. Nice ball movement by Brooklyn. And here's Johnson outside. Sinks the three-pointer. 18 points for him.
You give a shooter of his caliber that much time to seam it up? Oh, yeah, you're done.
Oubre, a screen on Johnson. No coverage that time. And that's now 30 points for the general.
Keep riding that hot hand. He's been pretty much unstoppable.
Watford passes to Johnson for three. And again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And he's doing everything he can offensively to lift them out of this hole. But I'm not sure his hot shooting can do it alone.
The general can't get it to go. Nets trail by 13. Here's Watford. Pass to Johnson. Takes a three. Another miss by Johnson.
And I thought that was going to drop. It looked good from here.
Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Wilson against Oubre. 11 seconds left to play in the third. Johnson, the pass to Claxton. Here's Watford. No good on the three. Well, through 3 quarters of play, down double digits, it may be difficult to overcome. 76ers lead by 13. And don't go away, we'll be back momentarily. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And the winner today, the big fella here with the sweetest of dimes. What a plus it is to have a post player who's got this ability to find.
I feel like we've seen more slick passing big man in the league today than we've ever seen.
And there have been two very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. The general is out there with Joel Embiid. Then it's Paul George. And it's McCain in at the 1. That's the group in the game for the 76ers. Over to the wing. Here's Watford. Buries it from three-point range. Watford's got the first field goal of the fourth quarter here for Brooklyn. Here's Grimes, and the shot is good.
Unwilling to let up, even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Always plays hard until the final whistle, no matter what the situation is.
Pass to Watford. Inside, here's Sharp. Back to Watford, the 3-ball. Kicks it out to Wilson, and another shot, and the shot goes down. Wilson's got his first points in this one.
Draw them in and kick it out. Great execution to open up an easy look from outside.
In the corner, George with it. Drains the three-pointer.
This is what Paul George does. He looks for any opening on the floor to create opportunities for his team.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. A shot by Wilson, no good. The 76ers leading by 13. Baseline Jay on the way. It's in and good for his 6th field goal in 10 attempts.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
And we got a timeout here called by Jordi Fernandez. He knows every possession is critical now. And a new group out there on the floor for the Nets. And with an update from the sidelines, let's check in with David Aldridge.
Thanks very much. During that last break, I heard Jordi Fernandez as he talked with his team. Now, Coach challenged him. He said, this goes beyond this game. Show me how much heart you have for the season. Fight until the final buzzer. Guys, back to you.
Thank you, David. Pass to Grimes. Here's the general. Embiid the screen. Popped up there for Embiid. And the dunk by Embiid.
It's near impossible trying to guard Embiid in the pick and roll. He's just so clever.
Just under 2.5 minutes gone here in the final quarter. Now, here is Russell. Claxton sets the screen for Russell. Down low, the kick out to Williams. That's in, coming off an assist from Johnson. Johnson's got his 3rd assist on the night. Philadelphia leading by 14. And so it looks like the 76ers will retain possession here.
Let's just say that was an ill-advised pass there. Very close to a turnover.
Maxey's checked in for Philadelphia. Pass to the general. Around 3 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. It's deflected and stolen by Russell. And here's the fast break. Russell leading the way. Here's Claxton. Takes the assist and lays it in. Picked out the pass nicely.
Getting everyone involved. Russell operating the offense like a seasoned vet.
Here's Tarlock. Takes it inside. And easy 2 points on the layup. The General's got 32 points in the game.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they got to do a much better job of putting a little bit of pressure on him on his way to the hoop. Good job by the D to stay with him and make that a tough 3.
And the 76ers tack on 2 more.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
If you want to be great, you have to have that killer instinct.
Johnson from outside. Rebound by Joel Embiid. Embiid's got 8 rebounds in this game.
And And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority, very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for the 76ers.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the board.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And the wins continue to come in fairly easy for these guys, and what's been a very strong year, to say the least. Tonight will push them up to 56 wins.
And as we get set to put this one to bed, a one-sided season series thus far. They've won 2 straight.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for the General.
He just looked like an orchestrator out there. His teammates kept running to the open spot, and he found them time and time again.
44 seconds left in the fourth quarter of this one. Here's the General. He's guarded by Johnson. The basket counts and one. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play. That's good from the General. And you look at the career of D'Angelo Russell. I mean, he's played for several teams, including the Lakers twice.
Teams keep trading for D'Lo for his offense. He can be electric. There is a reason why he's been named an all-star in his career.
Watford with it. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Wilson. That 3 off the mark. Here's Tarlock. Another bucket. Wow!
And once again, he's hit the 40 mark as he has been nothing short of stellar all season long.
And now he is moved into third all-time for most 40-point games in a single season.
Well, Jordan was able to put up 40 points an incredible 37 times back in '87, but that mark has been passed. What a special year.
So it's the 76ers winning this one easily. It was a tale of 2 teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly, and the other just searching for answers that they...
Another game, another win.
Give me that.
I see you out there doing work.